testing 有冇聲？有啦。Now it's time to look at chapter 6 past paper. Now this is going to be a relatively short video because I look at it actually not many past paper to do. So let's get it done very quickly, alright? But now first thing, do yourself a favor. Please put the page number so that we can have easier reference, alright? Now here the first 4 pages actually quite useless. So let's go to page 5 where the past paper really starts. Okay, now first of all here let's look at short run and long run. Now some questions are related to the short run and long run, the definitions. Alright, now first question, this one we cannot do it because in the long run we should above our variable factors. How do I know? I don't even have 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so let's skip it. Now next question here. Yes, next question here. It shows the total product of firm A which employs only capital and labor. Here it says already 只係得 capital 同 labor 啦 only, no other things. Okay, and second thing, we are talking about total product. Now whenever you see total product, no mention of cost, automatically we know that we cannot talk about economies of scale, alright? Because no mention of cost, no economies of scale. Very easy here. Now let's look at it. Given you the total product, alright, total product. So let's work out the marginal product. Remember, when we talk about product, we need to look at marginal. Now this one we don't know, this one 20, this one 30. Now this one we do not know. Now here, if the above let's say if the above illustrate the law of diminishing marginal return. Now if we want DMR to apply, this guy right here must be lower than 30. So it would mean it must be lower than 190. 一定要細過190啊，我哋先至可以做 DMR 啊。Because according to DMR, if it applies in this table, this guy has to be smaller than 30 or else DMR would not apply. Alright, so let's see. If the above can be equal to 130, alright? So I think A is the answer already. Now let's look at B and C. C, value can be larger, 冇可能啦，係咪啊？ Can be equal to 190. We just say we have to be smaller. 哇，搞乜鬼啊？係咁個 outflow 嘅。It has to be smaller than 30. Smaller than 190. Alright, smaller. So it cannot be. It must be smaller. Okay, smaller than. So this one no. Does not apply. It's not a fixed factor. 唔好玩啦 ，labor 係 fixed factor 咪得咯 ，right? So answer is A. Not too difficult, right? Okay, next one. Now next one here, you are given a table. This one, again, only 2 factors. All right, only 2 factors. So we don't have to think about other factors. We have labor, we have machinery. Now here you see, this one obviously variable. This one fixed. So we are in a short run situation. Now when we are in a short run situation, we know that we cannot talk about economies of scale immediately. Quite easy. Alright, now total product given to you, total product. So let's work out the marginal product. Don't know, 20, 30, 20, this one, -5. Now be careful. It says marginal product will start to diminish when. Okay, now here we need to contrast with one word. Now when it says when, we need to find a point where it already started, already dropping. So here we are talking about when the here 30變20啦. Here you see drop. We need to take the later point. When it says when, we are taking the highest plus 1 unit. Okay, so this is when 4th unit. In contrast, another word would be after. will be after in contrast. Alright? After we take the highest point, that will be after. Okay? After take the highest point, that will be the third unit highest. Okay? So 嗱搞清楚啊，得唔得啊？成日都陰㗎。This is very common in exam. So this one will be when the fourth unit. This is when. This is after. Okay? Obviously, the other two irrelevant. Okay? So let's continue. Now next page here. We have fixed factor, we have variable factor. So obviously here we are talking about a short run production. C and D not correct. Now you are only given average product. Now some of you will be thinking, oh here 10, 10, 5. So it shows the law of diminishing marginal return, right? No, because this is an average. So we need to make it into total product and subsequently marginal product. 喂，要計返先得，如果咪搞唔掂啊，得唔得？ Now here, so how do we get total product? We use average products times something. Oh, the problem is times which one? Machine or labor? Of course, we are going to multiply by the moving one, the variable one. So this is 90, 160, 250, and this will be 330. Now, first one I don't know. 70, 80, also 80, right? No, 90, okay? 70, 90, 80. So you see, it actually dropped here. From 90 to 80, it actually dropped. So actually, it applies in this case. Okay, not too difficult, not too difficult. Now next one, let's be quick. Here, CE, input-output relationship. Again, we have fixed factor, we have variable factor, and we are talking about marginal output. Now, fixed, variable. So, short run cannot talk about economies of scale. Very easy. So here, C, already wrong. D, the average cost. How do I know? I haven't given you anything about the cost. 都冇俾 cost 你，我鬼知啊。Okay, so here. Now let's see which one is correct. We can conclude that as labor increases, actually, A is the answer. Now think about why. Because marginal product 10, 9, 8, 7. But as long as marginal product being positive, 其實即係咩意思啊？其實即係 total product 仍然係上升緊嘅喎，因為我 marginal 係做多咗幾多嘛，做多咗嘅嘢仍然係正數，係咪即係仍然你做多緊啊 ？So total output is still increasing. OK， 仍然係升緊㗎，得唔得啊 ？OK， 嗱 average output let's really work out. Oh, actually, we can't work out, right? Because we don't know anything about total product. We don't know total product. Then how do we know about average product? 我都唔知 total， 我點知 average 啊 ？So actually, this one is a question mark. No， 得唔得？嗱 ，next one, 2008, which is my year of CE， 我就考嗰年㗎。嗱 ，let's see. When a firm expands expansion by only employing more labour， 當佢啦，淨係請多啲 labour 啦。Let's see. The wage rate of its workers will increase. Now this one I think is a little bit tricky. The wage rate 嗱，佢唔係講緊 total wage 喎 ，rate. When we talk about rate, we are talking about per unit, right? How do I know? 我點知佢人工高咗定低咗啊？ How do I know, right? How do I know whether the wage rate increase or decrease? Okay, so I do not know. Average productivity, how do I know? 我鬼知會唔會升啊 I do not know. Alright? Now, economies of scale. Now here, you are not given the average cost. I don't know about average cost. So this one also incorrect. The answer should be D. The marginal product will eventually decrease. 呢個咪咩咯？呢個咪就係 DMR 咯。This is exactly our diminishing marginal return, the standard definition of DMR. Okay? Now, next one, CE as well. Here, output-input relationship. You see, machine, fixed, variable. So this is a short run, right? Short run. We can talk about marginal DMR. Okay. Now again, average product 呢個係 average 啊。咁我哋要計 DMR 啦。Here DMR sets in when we need to calculate DMR, we need to get marginal product. But before we can get marginal product, we need total product, right? 係咪啊？計 marginal product 之前，我哋要計到 total product 啊。So let's work it out. Let's work it out. Average product of labor. So we use average times labor because of labor, right? So 20, 24, 33, and 40. So this one I don't know. This one is 4. This one is 9, and this one is 7. Again, right? You see the word after, right? After we are taking the highest point. So this is when fourth unit, like from 3 to 4 it decreases. So this is when fourth unit. But after third unit, okay? After, so this will be the 3. Then not difficult, not difficult. Okay, so remember, every time when they give you average, you need to work out total, then subsequently work out marginal. Okay, not difficult, not difficult. Now 2008. Now 2008. Now here, input-output relationship. Again, you see, average product. Here we have fixed factor, we have a variable factor, right? So this is a short run. This is a short run. Now let's see. It says sets in after third unit. 佢話啦，原來咧第三個之後，下一個啦。嗱 ，when you see after, we know that this has to be the top， 係咪啊？呢個應該係最高 top MP should happen here. So let's try to work out the MP here. Now average, we go to total product, then we go to marginal product. Okay. Total first. Here, 28. Sorry. 14 of labor, right? So we times labor, and this is 30. 48. So the MP would be I don't know, 16, 18. Now the next one must be the marginal product of the fourth unit. We know must be smaller than 18 for DMR to kick in. So answer D. 一定要細過18啊，係咪啊？ Must be smaller than. Now you know this question actually is quite stupid. Okay, quite stupid. 嗱，你見啦，會考題其實唔係幾好啊 ，because when you think about it, actually 17 OK。既然要一定要細過18，其實細過17、細過16、細過15都得嘅喎。So you see, I always say in the old days, right? In the old days, CE question really not so good, not so good. Okay, so now sometimes you need to be mindful of this simple trick. Okay. Now the next one, we are going to talk about a little bit of A-level question. Now here, it asks about the relationship between TP, AP, and MP. Now my advice is, don't bother, okay? Because you need to have ideas like this. In the old days, we will talk about something like this. This is our average product. Then we will have our marginal product. And the total product would usually look something like this. Usually would look something like this. Okay. Now, if I were you, I will not bother with this question. All right. Now, let me just take the correct answer. Okay. Now, when average product reaches a maximum, it equals not maximum, but actually minimum. Right? Because here, this minimum point, average product minimum equals to MP, okay? Not maximum. When total product 冇得 reach maximum 喎，係嘛？佢唔會 reach maximum， 會繼續上，係咪？會繼續上升啊嘛 ，right? So this one also not correct. When marginal product reaches zero,我哋見到呢個咪 zero 啊 ，not zero, okay? When marginal product reaches a maximum, it equals average product. Marginal product, no. Oh, actually, I think this one should be the answer, right? But now, like I said, don't bother, okay? Don't bother. 嗱，呢個真係唔關我哋事㗎啦。So really do not bother with this question, alright? Just skip it. Now here, we go to short question. 有嚟啦喎。State the law of diminishing marginal return and whether above. Now, remember, law of DMR says that as variable factors added to fixed factors, then the marginal product would eventually diminish or decrease. Don't forget this. We also need to add other things are held constant. Now, other things 係咩意思咧 ？Maybe technology, maybe the skill level of labor and that kind of thing. Alright, this is DMR. Now, let's look at whether the above table. Well, actually, I already can see. Now, I think this is also in your homework, right? This is also in your homework. Some of you do it very hardworking. You work out the MP. This is 13. This is 9. 13. This is not 9. This is actually 19, 20, 18. 我有冇計錯啊？13、19、20、18. Now some of you work out here. You see, finally, here we have a point where MP is decreasing. So yes, but remember, as variable factors added in the fixed factor, the problem is here. From this table, we see variable. We also see variable. We don't see variable factors added to fixed factor. Where are the fixed factors? Okay, so actually the answer is no. The reason is simple, because there is no fixed factor. So DMR does not apply. 係咪啊？唔得啦，咁就得唔得？所以啦，記住 whenever you do this kind of question, like I said in the chapter 6 revision, said it again and again, you must first check whether it's short run versus long run. Then second, you need to see whether you can find the marginal product. Okay? 得唔得？ Marginal product, or in economies of scale, whether you're talking about AC, you cannot skip these two steps. Okay? Usually they can trick you with the first step. 得唔得？喂，真係唔好 miss 啊，幫你唔到嘅，再 miss. Okay, next question. CE question here. State the呢個 copy 啦，講咗啦頭先已經咁啊 copy 啦。Now next now here let's look at the table. Now whether it applies or not. Now first step, short run. Is it short run? Let's see. We have variable, we have fixed. So yes, this is short run. And then we need to work out marginal product. Given you total, let's work out a marginal. Here, I don't know. Here, 70. Here, 110. Here, 80. Okay? Now, so here, you see, it diminishes. So, how do we answer this kind of question? Now, there are several steps. First, you need to say, it applies. 係咪啊？俾咗個立場先。This is your stance. Then, for point B, you need to say, this is a short run because there are fixed factor. You see fixed factor, which is machine in this case. 嗱，唔好漏呢個啊！好多人呢 many of you in the homework, you miss out this point. You need to point out this is a short run production. 得唔得？你要講咗呢個 short run 先嘅。Then C, you say MP drops from 110 to 80 when when 6 unit of labor is employed, or after, or you can say after 5th unit. 得唔得？ This is the complete structure. You give the stance 立場係 apply 嘅 then you check short run, long run. Finally, you tell me which unit MP drops from something to something. Okay, this is the complete answer. Now, easy. So, moving on to next one. Here, ask again whether DMR applies. Okay, state DMR. DMR 唔講啦，好嘅 copy 啦 this one. Then check again. Step 1, short run, long run. Step 2, you check marginal product. So here you see, fixed factor, variable factor. So yes, short run. Now, then average product. 記唔記得有 average 要做咩啊 ？Average become total, then become marginal 係咪 ？One by one. Total product of labor. Here let's see. 10. 嗱，記住乘 labor 啊。24, 42, 64, and 85, right? So marginal, I don't know. 14, 18. This one should be 22, and this one would be 21, right? 有冇計錯啊？睇先啊，24。18跟住啦22 21 yes so you see here actually it diminishes and we are short run and diminish so yes again applies then say this is a short run because we have fixed which is machine in this case and finally you say MP diminishes when the 5th unit or you can say after 4th unit has been employed. Okay, so this is how you answer. 嗱，真係手把眼見功夫啊！我唔嘥太多時間。Okay, now here let's do one more. I think next one we will go to another topic. We are getting boring here. Now, law of this one copy. Okay, 我講咗好多次啊。Copy. Now, information. Remember 2 steps. First, check short run, long run. Then you check MP whether it decreases. Here, fixed factor, and then variable factor. 得唔得？ Now AP, then you need to get TP and MP 係咪啊？有 total product 同埋 marginal product 啦。嗱 total product, remember we should multiply by the moving one. 200 6742 420 9763 630 800 then MP I don't know this one 220 this one 210 already right and this one 170 actually it has been decreasing all the way 係咪啊？見到啦 decreasing all the way so here applies 係咪啊 applies then B this is a short run because we have fixed factor which again is machine in this case and finally MP diminishes when 其實已經見到啦 when the 5th unit or when 6th unit or after 5th unit 一開波已經係啦 keep diminish 或者啦 this time you can even say continuously 成個 table 都冇升過係咪啊 continuously so that's why DMR applies in this case okay now we are getting very bored here finally we move on to a new topic now we talk about the cost of production okay now here an art center extend its business hour for 1 hour in order to offer more painting classes. Which of the following are variable costs involved in the extra hour of operation? Now, the salary of the accountant. Now, this one, I actually, I think this is not a good question now, right? Because accountant, I don't know whether it's time or piece rate, or they didn't tell me whether there is any OT fee. So let's put a question mark here first, okay? Let's put a question mark here. Now, remember, when we talk about variable cost, it is something that must change with the number of output, okay? Number of output. So there is one thing we obviously know will not change with output. I think that would be number 4, okay? Number 4. I think that would be a very good case because rental usually monthly, okay? Usually monthly. So 4, no. The answer in this year is 2 and 3. Now I think 3 is quite easy to understand, but this one I would be very cautious with it. 如果我係你就會好小心啦。I would be very cautious, right? Because it is only in this case they say the electricity fee may increase with longer hour. 係嘛？你做耐咗啫 alright? But usually when those of you who study BAFS, you know electricity belongs to so-called the overhead cost, 係咪啊？通常啲上頭成本嚟㗎。Now, if this guy does not change, with the so-called output, then that would be a fixed cost. Okay, so I think this is a special case because the situation is very obvious that they open longer hour, so you need more light, more other things. Okay, this is a very specific situation. If they do not give you a specific situation, I think you should be really careful with electricity fee. Okay, now one more. Sure Star is a tutorial center. Now can issue share and bonds to general public. So obviously we know this is a public limited company, right? 喂，呢個唔關事同呢個 public limited issuing shares。喂，呢個我唔講好唔好啊？我直接 skip 咗佢 because it's not related to this topic. Now here, the average cost of providing services decreases when they operate more classes in different districts. 係咪啊？ Now give 3 reasons. Now first of all, average cost decrease. It says AC decreases, right? AC decreases when they operate more classes. Now, when AC decreases, we immediately think about, oh, this is economies of scale, but that is not good enough. Now, which economies of scale? Internal or external? Of course, this is going to be an internal. 點解啊？佢自己開 branches 喎。Now, open branches, right? 佢自己開多啲分店，咁唔係應該係佢自己啫。It never touches other things, never touches other firms. So the industry itself never affected, only itself affected. So internal economies of scale. Now 3 reasons. Now just copy, okay? Copy from textbook. I don't waste time here. Now next one. 呢個啦 we talk about it already. Now remember, like in the revision, we already 咦點解呢個會擺喺第6課咁神奇嘅？ Now I don't know what happens. This should be chapter 7. I don't know why it is here. But anyway, remember, in chapter 7, we also talk about when we talk about profit maximization. Okay? Now, quantity and profit. Now, 2 things. Now, 睇背書啦，鬥背書啦。Now, when fixed costs increase, then we will see profit will decrease. 因為點解 cost 上升 profit 係咪下跌啊？ But at the same time, quantity will not change. Very simple. Because fixed cost is sunk cost, right? 係咪都要俾咁多㗎啦 sunk cost. It should not affect your decision. Okay? It should not affect it. Now, on the other hand, variable cost. When variable costs increase, profit will decrease. And because this is an opportunity cost increase, So cost 上升係咪應該做少咗啊 ？So here let's see fixed cost increase. Fixed cost increase, so profit will decrease, but at the same time, Q remains unchanged. Next sentence, MC decrease, MC 即係 variable cost decrease, so profit will increase, but and Q will also increase. Now in total, you see 唔變升，於是 Q 升啦。Decrease, increase. How do I know increase or decrease? So the answer should be here. Output will increase, but may increase or decrease. Now, again, I don't know why it is here. It should be in chapter 7, but not chapter 6. But anyway, 既然咧做開啦。Alright, now almost done. We are almost done. Here, let's see. 又嚟啦 ，cost output relationship. 喂，呢個點解會擺第六課 I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is going on. This should be in chapter 7. Okay. Now here it says, given that profit output is 3 units. Now it tells you this is the profit maximization unit, and we are price taker. Now remember, for a price taker, MR, which means the price, must be equals to MC. Okay, MR equals to MC, but you only have total cost. So let's work out the MC here. I don't know, 25, 30, and this one 35 and 40. So we know that this is the price. The price of the good will be 30 units. This must be true. Okay. Now here. Now you may be thinking, 咦，唔係喎 fixed cost increased by 5, right? Fixed cost increased by 5. Remember, fixed cost increase 又嚟咯喎 Fixed cost increase, what would happen? Profit will decrease, but quantity remains unchanged. Okay? Now, originally 3 units. Fixed cost increase, so the new output should also be 3 units. Now, here they want to trick you. The price of the good. 我想問啊 price 會唔會變啊 No. In a price taking market, price 記唔記得 one and only one price 啊嘛 Unless the question says the price decrease, but right now it's the fixed cost. Okay? Only profit will decrease. Price will be unchanged. So here, C is the answer. Okay, I really don't know why they put it here. I really don't know why. Okay, now here, cost output relationship. Okay, here, let's see. Output more, total cost getting bigger and bigger. Now here, we can conclude. Let's see. 好啦，我哋得 total cost 啊。Now when we have cost, then you may want to also figure out the average cost 係咪？你想 average cost 啊？ Now this one, obviously, we can't calculate average cost. This is 28, this is 21, this is 幾多應該係53除2應該係around point something. This one is 15, and this one is let's see, smaller than 50, point something. Now, so you see. Average cost decreasing as quantity increase. So this is economies of scale, right? Wrong. Okay? A is wrong. Why? 錯啲咩啊 The wrong thing is with this guy. 零件都有錢，呢啲叫咩 cost 啊？你唔做都有個 cost. This is fixed cost. 好啦，逢親有 fixed cost， 即係呢個係一個 short run. Remember, economies of scale only applies in long run. 係咪？一定要 long run 先有㗎。So, although AC is decreasing, unfortunately, this cannot be said. Okay? Enjoy the economies of scale. No. 得唔得啊？Optimum scale of production， 我點知啊？我都唔知下一個係升定跌。OK， now remember optimum scale of production meaning AC being the lowest, but I don't know You are not given 6, 7, 8 and those kind of things. So this is actually a big question mark. Here, the average variable cost is increasing. Now, let's... Now, this one, I don't want to waste time. If you want to calculate it, you can calculate by yourself. Let's talk about D first. Total fixed cost $10. Of course, we already talked about that. Okay. Now, variable cost we can try to calculate it. All right. Now, if we want a new table, then would be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now，如果要計 total 不如就係 total variable cost 先。咁你就要將個 total cost 減翻個 fixed cost 啦。It will be 18, 32, 42, 50, and 62. So average variable cost will be 18. This one 16. Now already we see decreasing, right? So this is not correct. Also not correct. Now this one, remember, I think the trick here is that you need to know whenever output 0 still have cost, you need to know this is fixed cost. So with fixed cost, we don't have economies of scale. Okay, so let's move on. Irving runs a store. 我哋呢條見過好多次啦。Okay, to what factor of production does Irving belongs to? Explain your answer. He runs a store. Okay, he runs a store. So I think what factors of production? I think it is safe to say that he is the entrepreneur. Right? He provides entrepreneurship because he is the owner. So he need to bear risk. Bear business risk. Right? 嗱呢個唔講啦。One example of variable cost related. Variable cost, I would say that if they are selling a mobile phone accessory, that would be raw material cost. 係咪 raw material cost 啊？ The explanation, because it changes with number of output. 係咪？ It changes with the number of output. Okay, so raw material cost is an example of variable cost. Okay, 得唔得啊？嗱呢個我哋睇到好多次啊。Let's not waste time. Next one. Economies of scale and diseconomies of scale. Now, Stephen is a restaurant owner. He pays a monthly wage and allows them to keep the tips. Now, compared to time rate, explain why. Now, this one, can I just skip it? Now, refer to chapter, I think this one should be chapter 5, okay? I think in chapter 5, we already talked about that. Now, B, due to the opening of several new branches. Now, whenever you see new branches, AC increase. AC increase because of several new branches. Now, first of all, AC increase, we know this is these economies of scale. Now, but this is not good enough. We need to know what is economies of scale. New branches, which means by ourselves, right? So, this one, we are talking about internal diseconomies of scale. Explain with 2 reasons. Now, copy from textbook. OK， 嗱最難你只係需要 internal diseconomies of scale 啫。OK， 嗱得唔好嘥時間啦。嗱 next one. In order to increase the number of nurses for expanding medical services. Now this one we talk about that in class. Medical services, not just a hospital, but medical services as a whole. So this one we are talking about industry itself. 成個行業啊，係咪啊？ Now, the government allocate more resources. This is a good thing, right? This is a good thing, right? So, when we are talking about good, we are enjoying. A and C, we know B and D not right. Let's see. The whole industry. So, we are enjoying external. 因為 whole industry 啊嘛。Enjoying external economies of scale, right? Oh, not difficult. This one, we talked about that in class already, so let's not waste time. Now, next one. Now, during the busy season before Christmas, increase the number of workers to increase output, okay? Now, increase output like a year, okay? Now, here, number of workers with total output. Output 啦，係咪啊？喂，佢而家有冇同你講 cost 啊？ Did they mention cost? No. So obviously you cannot talk about economies of scale. Okay? Wrong. Principle of comparative advantage 有冇見過啊？ 冇見過. So the only answer remaining will be A. Now let's see whether we are correct. Now with AP, let's also work out TP and MP. Okay, now here 500 605即係30啦，630 756 756 and 872. Okay, let's work it out. 130 已經見到啦 already see 126 and 1 this one is 4 2 124. You see decreasing, right? DMR. So this is DMR. But then I would still say that this is not exactly the best question, because we do see MP decreases, yes, but what about first step? Do you know whether this is a short run or long run? We actually do not know, because there is no mention of fixed factor. No mention at all. We don't know. So this is not exactly a good question. Again, CE 係咁啦，土炮製作㗎啦，得唔得？ So out of all these options, only A is the more reasonable one. So that's why it is A. But remember, we actually cannot conclude anything solid about it. Okay, 得唔得？ Now, final page. Refer to the following information about the input, output, and average cost of a firm. 嗱，我哋啦 average cost 啊 ，OK, input, output, average cost. Now this time they give you everything. Now the only inputs required are capital and labor. All right. Now let's see here. Wood, variable, wood, variable. So no fixed cost, no fixed factor. We immediately know this is a long run. Okay, this is a long run. Now when this is long run, we cannot talk about DMR 係咪啊？我哋冇得講 DMR because DMR requires short run. So let's see. Now here B already wrong. Okay, now I think this one is not quite relevant. Now average cost, right? Now average cost, you're only given average cost. Now we need to work out total cost and subsequently the no, actually no need. Now let's see. The firm is producing at optimum scale of production. How do I know? 我點知邊個先係最低啊？ Now here this one is the lowest, but did they say did the question says they will produce here? We don't know, so A is not correct. The firm does not have a comparative advantage. Now this one, comparative advantage, this one is for international trade. We obviously don't know anything about it. Alright, now suffers from diseconomies of scale. This obviously because AC is increasing and this is a long run. Okay, long run and AC increasing. Okay, so yes, they are suffering from a diseconomies of scale. Not exactly too difficult. Okay, not exactly too. A lot of stupid information, no use. Okay, useless information, a lot of useless information. Now, two more questions. Suggest two reasons why external. 喂，呢個唔講啦，嘥時間 copy 啦。Now finally, Ocean Park is undergoing a major redevelopment plan. Here, Ocean Park will extend to double the number of its attraction. Okay, now explain two economies of scale that it may enjoy after. Now, when it expand to double, 係咪啊？係咪 by itself 啊？ It is expanding by itself. When we're talking about by itself, we are talking about internal economies of scale. Okay, 我哋係講緊係 internal economies of scale 啦。So once you know this is internal, you just copy from the respective section. Okay, so that is all about the past paper we have. As you see, not a lot, very easy, not too difficult. All right. Like I said again, on Monday we'll talk about your homework and possibly we'll have a short revision about how to deal with chapter 6 and chapter 7. So until then, I will see you next time. Alright, see ya!